do believe we're causing some level of extra heating of the planet due to CO2. But if you look at the proposed solutions, I mean, we're talking about, Rothschild Bank, Goldman Sachs, Al Gore. I mean, Al Gore, had like a couple million.
Go on, sorry.
Al Gore is the first climate billionaire. I mean, the guy had like 1 or 2 million. Now he's a billionaire.
Yeah. Is that why he's in it, you reckon?
Yeah, well, look, he bought a mansion on the fucking coast of California. I mean, if this guy actually genuinely believed that in 20 years the sea level is going to go up by 5 meters, he wouldn't be buying a mansion on the sea. But he is.
Yeah, definitely.
So what about the person who's building a Noah's Ark in where is it? What state?
No, fucking art.
No.
So I think Clive Palmer's building the fucking Titanic.
Yeah.
He is.
I think he is building the Titanic.
In the middle of the desert, because
he probably made about fucking 10 million or maybe 13 million last year.
Yeah.
Like
billion.
Gina Reinhardt, billion. Billion. Gina Reinhardt made 19 billion in 2012. Like fuck, she could own part of the US military if she wanted in 1 year. No.
But you don't need.
Oh man, what's the
like mercenaries.
The irony is, like, imagine this person, right? This bigoted, racist, overweight person that blames people. Like, the reason why everybody's not wealthy as she is not because it's, like, humanly impossible to have that much money in the world. It's because they're lazy. And they lack vision. Yeah, I mean, she actually says that in her speeches, and I'm just thinking to myself, like...
Because they're lazy. She is so she doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on.
I almost don't blame her. Like, her world is so far removed from mine. Her reality.
I had a dream about her 2 nights ago. Really vivid, and she was in some meeting where only people with money could go to and talking about what happens to Australia. And I was like, as a poor person, I'm kind of like, who the fuck you are in this meeting? And I said, well, up to her face, and I yelled at her, how the fuck do you sleep at night, you bitch?
That's her dream.
I just went out and she's like, I have more and you're poor. That was it.
What did she say?
I have more and you're poor. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, but...
She haunts me in my dreams.
So who is she,
the richest woman, the richest person, the richest Australian in the world.
I just, like, she mustn't think on the same wavelength. Like, her understanding of the world must just be so distorted.
Abstract.
But one thing comforts me. When you look at the American billionaires, just think, you've got Bill Gates trying to make it as he's trying to save the world with vaccines. You've got Warren Buffett. You've got like Ted Turner that owns CNN saying, that he's trying to feed the poor in Africa. You got these like basically people committing genocide while trying to act all philanthropic. But you look at our master. I mean, Gina Reinhardt. Just like stupidity like shines out of her so clearly. At least you know that it's not some like evil mastermind trying to plot your way.
It's just her. She's a bitch.
And it's just like some dumb fat bitch.
She's just a
with
bitch.
$30 billion, and that's okay.
She's like a fucking trial under a bridge, but
I love that website where it's like how much money does Gina Reinhardt make from your salary?
Do you know it?
How long does it take? And it's like,
do you know it?
It's like it takes like 4 minutes for her to earn like.
Can you bring up the internet?
And then it has this thing of
so how much does Gina Reinhardt make?
How much has Gina Reinhardt learned since you accessed this site? Not learned.
Bring up a Google page. This is what everyone else should do too. Bring up a Google page. It's fucking brilliant.
No,
she's a hoarder. She has psychological hoarding issues.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I think that would be it.
I'm going to diagnose you with green.
How rich are you?
You're green.
Yeah, that's it. How rich are you? Click on that. How rich are you, Gina Reinhardt?
Really? Is she the problem or is
the system's
the problem?
The system's the problem, okay?
I'm not going to
the economic system's the problem.
Yeah. Well, the economic system allows
but there are always going to not always. There are great
What are you laughing at? Oh, that, yeah.
It will take me like
1.3 minutes to annual
393,000
income.
years.
No.
And you've, since landing on this website, she has made that much money.
Well,
Wow.
That is
In
so
a sense,
I love
ridiculous.
that.
Wow.
it's a bad, it's a bad
Yeah.
habit or a bad predisposition in a sense in an environment that actually fosters that kind of predisposition. So it's
Definitely. We have to take the blame.
Certainly.
What have we done to let this poor woman be such a bitch?
It's our problem. It's society's
goodness.
fault. Okay, we trained her.
No, but in a sense, like, I mean, I do it as a thought experiment, but I consider the top 1% like with as much pity as I have for the bottom 1% in a sense, because like they are the extreme of the spectrum, but like the manifestation of the same problem. They're just
Money's an
On
issue.
the-
That's the thing. Money is an issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's too much or too little.
Mm.
It's a problem.
if you think
Because it's all
about
about the fact that people are trying to survive. They think that every dollar they earn is putting them closer to being able to survive and buy the bread. But if people just realize that if everyone was provided for, you remove that fight. And it's not money I think that will change the face of money forever.
Yeah.
Once you remove the dependence on the money to actually live, then money becomes just like a little play tool, a plaything. You can go and buy some fun fairy floss if you feel like it. But you've already got your life, and you've already got, it just like becomes like a, this is your ticket to go and enjoy communities' talents. Like, you have a market, everyone does what they love during the day, and you make art, and you make music, whatever. And you come, and you have little tickets, and you go around, and that's how you enjoy the community.
Are you saying hypothetically?
Instead of like,
Like in a magical
am I
fairy world?
living in a
Like-
little...
Yeah.
I'm talking, I think that's the way we should aim for.
Yeah, that's what we should
And
aim
if we
for,
get
definitely, but that's
slightly
not what's
there-
happening at the moment.
I'm just saying that would be cool.
Okay,
I think that's
good
where we
go.
could keep money.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Well, that's always the thing that's
I
the
just
age-old
think that
question.
once you remove the
you know,
ruthlessness from it,
if
I
you
think
don't-
it solves all the problems.
If there is collapse and you don't remove money, is there a possibility of being able to regulate money properly, which the regulations never get broken?
Well, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Let's say food gets taken out of the monetary system. Let's say it's just like ridiculous to pay for food. All of a sudden, food is free.
Yeah.
Housing's free.
But when food's free, what food? And when are you going to take
There's
away the
still
whole, like,
best
the
food, yeah.
food is a social
Desires.
experience.
Yeah.
There's food to eat to get your essential nutrients and then survive. And then there's food as culture. That's
But he's talking about providing the essentials for people.
I
so that would be
I didn't
like a
presume
luxury
that
part of
food
it.
as culture would be free. I mean, like,
essentials.
that you should get a 10-kilo pack of
Yeah.
fruit and veg at your door just because you are a human being and you happen to exist on planet Earth. But when that is free, then what you're left with is a monetary system that controls, who gets that nice bottle of French wine.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
know,
once
who
you
gets a Maserati
that's
versus
just
the normal car.
all the bonus things.
Yeah.
You don't need it for survival, but it's just fun, and it's going how to
Yeah,
enjoy
I like-
all the shit we've created and can enjoy. It's like a playground.
Yeah.
That's what money will become. And the more you contribute to that society, the more money you'll have in that society to enjoy other people. It's like the more you contribute, the more you get to get back from society. So that's how you get paid, because you're putting something fun into this.
And I agree, like,
Nothing to do with survival. It's just...
No, that's definitely good. Like, provided that, like, everybody has a...
But when you remove the survival thing,
Just
you've got,
say
Yeah,
no one
exactly.
has an excuse to be a cunt. Once you do not have the excuse
Yeah.
to fight for your survival, then you've got no reason to be mean or
Yeah.
nasty.
Provided
No,
that
So,
everybody
remove-
has their needs met, then...
That's what I'm saying. You remove the survival
exactly.
fight out of people, and people have no reason not to be nice.
just,
No, it's
that
definitely
on.
true.
It's that on. You divide, you just separate. Survival is free. You get to survive because you're a human being, and there's money for everything else. That would work. That I honestly believe that would work. I mean, the only question is, how do you legislate? How do you manage that? But
Well, I
we
also
manage.
think that there's a problem with people thinking that because you can farm the earth and grow your own vegetables, you deserve to live. And that is one of those things that's commendable to be able to prove to yourself. So people who are getting their survival and the right to live on this earth for free, it's kind of like, that's actually one of those primal satisfactions that we yearn, to prove that we can fucking survive here on this planet. And I deserve to be here because I can provide for myself. And if you're getting shit for free because you live in a society that happens to have that shit down pat, then that's a really hard thing to come out of, and I believe it's going to come out of that. It's, oh yeah, I just exist here free of charge, and I just get to sit here and have a time. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty tough thing, I think.
That's massive.
Does that make
No, absolutely, that's massive. That's like, you know, and that's the biggest thing about it. It's sort of like, you know, people have got all these old school notions of socialism and communism. Like, the foundations of those institutions are fairly, you know, positive. You know, if power doesn't corrupt, you know, like, if that's the way it could work, if power doesn't corrupt, then humans didn't have a psychological term called the power paradox, and a paradox of power, then, you know, these sort of things would never happen. But unfortunately we do, and when you sort of pose to a person when technology can provide you with food, water, all the essentials, housing, healthcare, you know, and then it's sort of like, then, you know, what would you do if you weren't paid for it? Because, I mean, even the definition of slavery is, basically, no, this is not the definition, but it's a paraphrase version. I can't remember it exactly. But being able to survive under the care of another, without earning any money or something like that. So, like, basically living. So, you know, if you look at the world in a way, a lot of the world that used to be, you know, rich, or a lot of populations that used to be rich, now they're just paying rent, they're just eating food, and and like after the GFC, the GFC was a positive in that aspect, because in the terms of slavery,
it really brought it to light.
It really brought it to light, yeah, definitely. But I digress.
So, I mean, let's try to put these threads together. Where we asked the question of technological unemployment. We mentioned that the elites have this plan called Agenda 21, where we're going to be stuck up in tall towers playing virtual reality till we die, while we're slowly sterilized.
The Matrix. Isn't that what it's discussing?
But then we talked about how organic change can come up in our own society, and a lot of it revolved around money.
Yeah.
And in one sentence, if we could take the money out of what it takes to survive as a human being, we'd go pretty far, because then, you know, you would have people pursuing what they believe is right.
And they do it because they want to, not because they feel they have to, because they have to survive. Yes. It's pure just, I'm fine, now I'm going to go and do this, and it's a full voluntary thing.
And you know, when we're talking about
and then people start to create and express themselves in the way they're supposed to, without being blinded by other paths of, shit, I just have to make money so I can buy my bread. Then, and once you're living, now I can go and express myself.
So, like I was saying before, it's hard for people to get out of the you know, socialist communist mindset of, heck, hold on, I'm born on this planet and I deserve an equal share of life-supporting resources as everyone else. You know, I don't necessarily need to pay that.
I don't agree with the notion that you deserve an equal share.
The average person doesn't understand that, you know.
But you deserve to live, I'd say that. You deserve to live.
Yeah, but like the average person...
you deserve a chance to fight for your
rights. The average
right
person will fight you on that point. They will actually say they'll fight to protect the system which sort of enslaves them. Like, you know, they don't go, oh, actually, that's a good idea. Fuck, life would be a lot better like that. They actually say, oh, you know, the economic system is, you know,
I work really hard
crazy and like, I work really hard and I save my money and
like, is always there, because
you know what I mean?
Have the opportunity and freedom to follow your dreams, and it's possible. So
the system,
the system's fine, I hope.
The system sort of, the crazy thing about it is that the system, with psychology of the human, sort of you know, reprograms that human so correctly to be able to maintain the system. when it's not really anyone magical up in the clouds going, oh, look, you need to do this, you need
Then
to
it becomes
say
a
this,
really
you need to...
spiritual question,
It's
though.
just,
Then
it's
what
like
makes
the
you-
psychology of humans, you know, anarchism is the worst possible thing from their fucking brain. Like, you know, they're like, oh, I don't want, you know, I can't trust my fellow human. That's this is what the system's done. It's gone, it's, you know, branched over so many genres of people that
It's just
sort of like,
separated people
you know,
into professions, into
Yeah,
like independent.
disconnected people from other people, and
Yeah.
it's sort of like, well, you know, we can bomb the fuck out of that country because
There's
that's just
no
war,
empathy.
you know, like that. It is a
Yeah, but even before the country, like, it's much more embedded in society, like, within the same country.